Look who's here from Parents Defending Education. Alex Nestor. Now, we'd like to talk to you, Alex, because you're boots on the ground. You see what's going on in schools. This Netflix unit, its publisher Puffin, they're in the UK. They hired sensitivity gurus to censor and change legendary author Roald Dahl's children's book. They're making the books unrecognizable. We're talking James and the Giant Peach, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. What do you say to this?
I mean, this publisher is taking away any agency from a reader to actually read a book and decide for themselves whether or not they like a book. This is censorship, and it is incredibly dangerous that, a publisher is making this decision for the public.
So now Charlie and the Chocolate Factories, the Oompa Loompas, are now gender neutral? They remove the words like fat, ugly, and crazy? Are they trying to really keep... This is really what they're doing, and we've got public schools with porn in the school libraries? What do you make of that?
Well, I mean, what's considered offensive is incredibly subjective, so we know that. And honestly, it just kind of distorts the author's point here and the author's language. And this is much different than what we're seeing in public schools. There are books in public school libraries that include written and visual depictions of sex acts, including at times some with minors.
They should be fired. Wait, they should all be fired. All of those people who should do that are predators, and they should be fired. I mean, we got Florida public school districts. They removed over 100 books for content that is pornographic. Florida Governor DeSantis put in back this new law that says the school librarians and media, they got to undergo training. They got to do what's age appropriate. All of those people who do that should be fired.
Well, look, sexually explicit content should not be available to children, especially not. And look, if parents think that their kid is ready to read something like that, they can go on Amazon. But look, this is not, it should not be available to young children. And yeah, it's incredibly wrong that it's there. And look, I haven't read all 100 books, but we know from books that we've seen, like Genderqueer, where this book is gay, that they include very, very explicit depictions of sex, and that is not.
We get it. We don't. It's too graphic, and it's an atrocity what's going on with our kids. We have this story. Your reaction to this: a Ukrainian refugee. She's a little girl. She settled in San Francisco with her mother. This little girl is finding public schools in San Francisco so violent. This little girl, a Ukrainian refugee, she now wants to return to her war-torn country of Ukraine. She feels children are less cruel to one another. When you saw this, what was your first thought?
It's so sad, but such an apt depiction of what's happening in American classrooms. Classrooms are out of control. And instead of getting control over classrooms and sometimes being the bad cop and disciplining kids, that's not happening. Administrators are instead implementing things like social emotional learning or restorative justice that there's no research to show that this actually helps kids or makes classrooms a safe place for kids. Both of my parents are teachers. I just got off the phone with them. My dad got hit in school last week. This is not okay. It's happening everywhere. And it is so sad to see that our classrooms are so out of control.
Unacceptable. Alex Nestor, thanks for your perspective. It's good to see you tonight. Thanks for joining us.